Panspermia. 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 Oh. You're not a Van Halen fan? That's your opening? that was wonderful. Round of applause. Round of applause, everybody. Thank you. Mike, take a bow.
Yeah. Yes. I could see the comments flooding with, hey, that dude can't sing. What the fuck is he doing?
That's just me commenting over
Yeah,
and over.
It is coming from one person.
My sock account.
A lot of eggs. Mm-hmm. A lot of eggheads.
Eggs, like when humans were first engineered.
Well, yeah, they were engineered.
It's
Hence panspermia.
So that
They were well, technically, it's like pollen landing, into flowers, creating honey.
pollen land.
Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about with that, but
Are you
that's
saying,
not actually how honey happens. But
Are you saying
forgot about
that
the bees.
bees actually inject the flowers with pollen and then the honey drips from them?
they don't. Well, it doesn't. Drip
And then they
from
bring it back to the beehive.
Well, they bring it back to the
and
beehive.
we just think that the bees are making it in the hive.
Well, they're con artists.
See, you want to talk conspiracy
Bees are con
theories.
artists. Okay.
That's a good conspiracy theory.
Well, panspermia really
Yes.
basically is like you planting a seed on a planet
Yeah.
to make some shit grow. Kind of like a womb.
Like the movie Prometheus.
Kind of like that movie. Never
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh.
Never seen it.
Well, it's not a spoiler. It happens right at the beginning.
Oh. I thought that was about poison.
Well, one could argue that the alien eats some really bad caviar that was spoiled, and he was just allergic to it.
Well, they're like the Japanese, right? They disobey.
Careful.
If they disappoint each other, or disappoint themselves, right? They commit hara-kiri by
Yes.
drinking a vial of that toxin, that poisonous. Well, I guess you could call it
Panspermia.
some sperm.
Panspermia.
And
That's the name of
it
the
just
episode,
decays
isn't
the
it?
whole body, and he just withers away off that cliff,
Wonderful.
off that waterfall. Anyhow, may or may not have been an Anunnaki at the beginning of that.
Anunnaki?
Yeah, Anunnaki.
What's the Anunnaki, Mike?
Well, glad you asked.
Since you're Anunnaki at my door over here with this knowledge.
Anunnaki is translated from Sumerian. I don't know if that was actually their language, but
I would think
the
so.
Sumerian language.
Do we have a
proof of their language name? The name of the language?
I know we have proof of them.
Sumer.
Sumer. Was it
Sumer.
Sumer, right?
That's
Sumer.
Su.
Samir.
Samir.
Samir cats.
Samir cats. Sumerian. Masculine. Sumerians.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Tough guys. Anunnaki means of the which they come from the heavens. Those that come from the heavens.
Here's what Anunnaki means.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I was close.
Yeah, you were there.
Oddly enough, I don't know if it's a coinkydink or not, but
Get used to the word coinkydink.
the king of the Anunnaki was Anu.
The Anunnaki?
Anu of the Anunnakis. I don't know if he named him. It was named after the if they just any king becomes Anu, or he just he took over and he's like, you know what, our species is gonna be forever known as the Anunnaki from now
There's a
on.
terrible joke in there somewhere. It's like, who's that king?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a new one. Sarcastic round of applause. Thank you for that. That was great.
It's not like we worked that joke in workshop for 5 days.
Dude, why you gotta give him the behind the scenes?
Oh, sorry. And there was a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
I am doing air quotes. I don't know why.
That's
But
all
they
right.
were also like known as gods to the Sumerians,
Yes.
or people before the Sumerians. We don't really
Now,
know.
okay, hold on, back up.
Because who knows where the Sumerians got their folklore from?
We're talking about the Anunnaki, if that wasn't clear already. Where are we basing this mythos or history from?
Oh, well, so see, the Sumerians, right?
Yes.
They were from present-day Iraq, between the Tigris and the Euphrates. All right.
Yep.
The cradle of life.
Isn't that
the crescent fertile?
Isn't that where they think that in the Old Testament of the Bible,
Garden.
they think that the Garden of Eden would have been there?
Yes.
If it was real.
Yes.
Right. So.
Yes. East of Eden? I have no idea. That must have been China.
It's pretty much anywhere east of Eden.
Yeah. Mongolia. The Himalayas.
San Jose, California.
Sure.
You go far
Why
enough
not?
east or circle around.
Oh my God. Seriously.
But
Ethiopia.
so yeah, but the
Anyways.
Sumer was found. They found like the remnants of the civilization
Yes, they did.
a few hundred years ago, or when did they find this?
It was yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yesterday. Okay.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, they found it yesterday.
But this poked a hole in a lot of people's like concept of ancient civilization, right? Because they thought
Yes, it
that
did.
nothing predated the Greeks, right?
Well, except for Egypt.
Okay. Yeah. What?
Yes.
I thought that was around the same time.
No.
No, I get okay. So
No.
they thought that Egypt was the oldest one,
Yes, they thought
And then-
Egypt was the oldest civilization.
and then they found this, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And so the Anunnaki come from the painting or carvings and paintings,
The cuneiforms.
cuneiforms.
Yes, which are they're like tablet-like, but they're like
Yeah.
circular. They're cylinders. That's what they're actually. They're cylinders, and this explains. They're like hieroglyphics,
Yeah.
and they basically tell the story of the Sumerians.
Okay.
And on some of these cuneiforms, right, they get into all of this Anunnaki talk.
Mm-hmm.
Chariots of the gods, gods coming down, and basically what the Anunnaki are, right? They're on this other planet that we'll talk about later. But they need gold to help take care of their atmosphere,
Yeah. 'cause
to
it
like
was a
fix the holes.
Yeah, it was like a metallic atmosphere, and it
Yes.
was dissipating, much like our ozone is today.
It's right. Well, maybe yes, supposedly.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
That's another episode.
Yes, no man, bear, pig in the Anunnaki folklore. But anyways, so we got so they need gold. They need to mine the gold on the planet.
Yeah.
Right. It just so happened that they found Earth and it had tons of gold on it.
Look at this.
It's like just our luck.
This was way before the gold rush.
Way before the gold rush.
Long time before the
Way
gold rush.
before. Surprised they left any gold for the rest of us. So anyways, yes, and there was a couple of gods. You know, there was, I believe, something that an Ishtar.
I thought it was Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Well, there was Peter, Paul, and Mary, but they broke up.
Ah.
The band broke up.
Oh, okay. That's tragedy. Before they even
They
finished
were
mining
pretty
the gold.
angry. Yes. There was even thoughts of them. Get this, all right? That this, I don't know how much this makes sense, but
Probably won't.
I believe it, of course.
Okay.
That Mars was a base for them. So they would come.
Don't they speculate that because of all the stuff that's like possibly on Mars, like the signs of frozen water and
Yes.
possible like signs that there was vegetation and all sorts of
Yes.
things like that.
They say that Mars may have been habitable as recent as 10,000 years ago. Who says this? I have to
Sitchin?
confirm this stuff.
Sitchin
It
talking
might,
about this?
it might not even been Zachariah. I
Zachariah Sitchin. Here's his face. Here's another
there
picture
he
of his
is.
face.
There he is. He's a cute old man. I have to tell you, I don't remember where I heard that from, but I don't know. I'll have to look that one up.
You've delved a lot into this topic, so I'm sure you heard it from somewhere.
Yes.
Like it's one of those things.
I heard a lot of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, they would come from Mars to Earth.
Yeah.
Which is the 7th planet of the solar system. So that was the other thing. They didn't count from the sun out.
Yeah.
They counted from their planet in. They went the other way.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want to speculate, well, like, is 7, that holy number, is that a coincidence?
Yeah.
7 days in a week. God created the Earth in 7 days.
Technically.
Lucky number 7.
I thought it was lucky number 11.
It was.
Yeah.
It was, but then they changed it to 7 because of Zechariah.
Yeah.
In Zechariah also means 7 in a dead language.
Wait, does it really?
No.
Okay. Dude, with all the research you've done, I have no idea what you're bullshitting me on. I'm not. See there, what you just did was you used
I used
sarcasm.
Sarcasm. Yes. You see what I did there? So their atmosphere, right? They needed gold. And then also, so then they get into, which is another thing that we'll get into a little bit later. But then, so basically they couldn't mine the gold themselves on this planet because this planet had a different atmosphere. Earth, we're talking about Earth now.
Yeah.
Atmosphere that they're not very used to. And then there's these walking upright apes.
Upright. The bipedal apes.
Yes, look at them with their opposable thumbs and their charming little biceps. I don't know. So they were like, hey, these people can mine the gold for us.
Didn't they like take bits of their DNA and...
Yeah, well, apparently, I guess they couldn't like just teach them how to do it because they were too stupid.
Yeah.
So they had to make them smart or smarter. So then, so they breeded with them. Apparently, they performed experiments.
Yeah.
And breeded with them, which is amazing because like when these people just also right, they found planet Earth with androids. So
that's right. They sent the robots to scout first.
Yes.
And then...
But then they didn't have robots to mine the gold on Earth.
It seems they might have just had, like, shitty machinery.
Or the robots had equal rights back, in those times. So they're like, hell no, am I not going into the mines?
Yeah.
I am an equal civilian in this Anunnaki race, They fought for their rights probably for, like, centuries. They finally won it.
Fought for the right to party.
iRobot.
I mean, I would I would be scared of if I was if I made robots and they were like, hey, we want rights, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
Made them sentient. But anyway, they
So then they had to find like this whole, then they were just happy, it's just like this. It's like a 2-for-1 deal, right?
Yeah.
You have this planet that's got all the gold, and you got all the slave labor you need to mine the gold, all on the planet. You don't even have to go find the labor.
No,
it's right there.
Well, that too, but
yeah. But you just have to make them a little smart.
Yeah. So they genetically engineered
and they breeded like rabbits.
Humans, essentially.
They breeded like rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess they were into the humans, like so they made it. A little bit.
I mean,
a little bit here and a little bit there.
You've seen humans?
Hey, they're good-looking species. I mean, I might be biased.
Look at this. Who would not want to breed with this?
Oh, Chris Helmsworth.
I'm glad you said that because you don't even want to know the picture I was gonna put up.
Oh God. But yeah. So. And then from the breeding, we got, so here we got beautiful things, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wins. Anunnaki get their gold.
Mm-hmm.
They get on their spaceships. You know what? They desert Mars because they're like, you know what? Fuck this place. And then they get back to their home planet.
Yeah.
And then humans, right? They got their gods. They got their folklores. They got all kinds of shit, like, that is all over the world that we don't have any clue what the hell it was used for. But now we have like all these little stories we get to tell each other by the campfire.
Well, yeah, because you got the whole idea of like the Greek gods and goddesses, like, because all that stuff, all those stories, you know, essentially are less complicated versions of the stories from the ancient Sumerian stuff.
Yes.
And you know, I find it interesting that the ancient Sumerian tablets they talk about all this stuff, but the one thing they don't really talk about is why some of the structures are there, or like why any of the structures are there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If you were an alien who came to another planet,
Okay.
made a species,
Okay. Well, you know, altered a species.
altered a species, and then spliced it with
Yeah.
your own stuff.
Yeah.
Would you what would you do like while that species was mining your gold, right?
What would you be doing?
Like yeah, what would you be doing? I don't like that laugh.
Probably sitting on my throne, watching it all, telling everybody to get into my spruce moose.
The guy with the spruce moose.
It's a real plane, man.
I
It
know.
works. It works.
You keep bringing up this spruce moose.
Well, hey, as soon as I get the funds to build it, you and I are going for a ride.
With that laugh, I don't want to.
What is telling you, man? I'd be pretty much drunk with power, I think. Which is what some of the gods were like.
I mean, when you hear some of the stories.
Yeah, that's why there was great big battles and wars in the sky.
Like Zeus, bro.
Like, yeah, chariots on fire,
Chariots of fire.
throwing bolts of lightning,
Beheading
heat waves.
other gods and their children out of anger. Or just eating your kids.
Just eating kids.
Just why not? Like, you're grounded. Nope. Arm.
Mm.
Just take a bite right out of you.
I think the Indians got it the best with Shiva.
She was dope.
She was dope.
She was my favorite Anunnaki.
Yeah, let's talk about Shiva in the next episode. Or not. I actually don't know anything about Shiva.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Good ending. Good note to end on. We'll we'll talk a little bit more about this in our future.
This is gonna be like a 4-parter.
There's a 4-parter.
Don't you mock my puberty.